Hello everybody, the Raven Knight here, coming at you with a big update video. Got a lot to talk about, a lot to unload, but before we get started on that, let's do the usual shill, right? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We just reached 19K subscribers, which is a huge goal. I wanted to reach it before the end of January, and we sure did. Next is 20,000. I can't wait to reach it. Please, guys, help me out. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like on the video if you enjoy. Don't forget to comment down below. I always read the comments, and I try to reply if the comments are directed at me. Thank you guys so much, and now let's get on to the video. So first of all, the big news, the one that you all know and are expecting, the Pirate Hero comes out this week. And let me just be fair, I don't like that name. I wish that they came up with a more creative name. Call her Pirate Queen, or the Seafarer, or the Privateer, or something. That's just Pirate Hero. It's so lazy. But whatever the case, I've been reading a lot of comments that people sent me in my last video about her and in my live stream. And people are talking about how all kinds of stuff. It really goes to show just where For Honor is and why it's so hard to make anything happen quickly in For Honor. One of the big criticisms that For Honor gets is that nothing happens quickly, everything takes way too much time, or they never release things that we want. But as I'm reading through these comments, literally, I'll read comments that directly contradict each other in terms of what people say. Like, for example, one person saying, "Oh, I can't believe they actually put a gun in For Honor. This is so wrong. I do not like it." But then I'll go down 2 comments, "Oh man, a gun is exactly what we needed in For Honor, and they use it perfectly." Then there will be another who says, "Oh man, I really wanted a Blackbeard hero. Why did they have to gender lock it to a female and make her Asian? This is just wrong." But then I'll read another comment later down, "Oh, this was such a good idea to make a female pirate. This is so cool." It kind of goes to show that it's really hard to get a grasp on where the community stands. Some say that she's too OP. Others say, she doesn't seem that OP to me. Some say that she has way too much going for her. Some say she doesn't have enough going for her. One thing's for sure, guys, whatever's happening, it's making a stir in the For Honor community, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I want people talking about this game. For good or for bad, we need to be honest that there are new things happening in the game, and you know what that means? Game's not dead, guys. If we're able to talk this much about it and discuss in such a big and creative way about where the game is going and what changes are coming to it, that's not the sign of a dead game. A dead game is when this kind of thing happens and people just don't have any kind of response one way or another. But people are really excited about the Pirate Hero, and I am. I'm still calling her Chung Shu for the time being until I make her own Legends video, which will happen eventually, I guarantee it. And for those of you wondering, will I be doing a stream about the Pirate Hero? Absolutely. That's going to happen Thursday night after my Bible study. I always have a Bible study Thursday night. I'm in the middle of a long Bible study series on the armor of God. And once we're done with that, I will get on and we will do a stream on Thursday where I show off the new hero, play her a little bit, and tell you about what I think about her moveset and her playstyle. It'll mostly be me practicing with her, so don't expect me to jump into a lot of PvP matches because I like to practice with the hero on PvAI first to get a feel for her, and then I go to PvP, so we'll just see what happens. But come check out that stream on Thursday if you want to see me play the new hero. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But on to other stuff aside from the Pirate Hero, because there is a lot more to talk about. Some of you are wondering what I'm going to release next. Well, if anything is released next, it will probably be either the next For Honor and Glory chapter, which I am working diligently on, I'm very close to done, or the Legend of Deborah the Judge, or Deborah the Judge, however you want to pronounce her name. That is my Black Prior legend, and I think you'll like her. I think you'll enjoy that legend. It's going a bit slower than I would have liked. I wanted her story out sooner, but I've had a lot going on, which I'll get into later. But for now, just know that those are the 2 big projects that I'm working on. For those wondering about my next Heroes in History Tiandi, yeah, I'm still doing my research. Sorry, guys, it's taking a while. And Chinese history was never my forte. It's never been something that I've been very knowledgeable in, so I didn't have a lot to go off of, so I'm having to do a little extra work. But hey, quality over quantity, right? All right, so that's all that's going on in the For Honor world right now. What else is going on? Well, the next Raven's Writing Room will be on creating an action scene. I asked y'all in a poll what y'all would like to see next, and y'all said you'd like to know how to better create action scenes in your stories and in your movies and films and stuff like that. Honestly, it's a good question. How do you create good action scenes? Because I've seen some really good fight scenes in movies and read some good fight scenes in books, and then I've seen some really, really bad ones. And we're going to talk about what I think are a few ways to make a better action scene. So, hope you're looking forward to that. Now, this is the big one. This is the thing that I really want to talk about. I did a little experimental thing where I released a video called Way of Oogway, where I talk about the philosophy in Kung Fu Panda taught through Oogway. And I said that I was going to do one about Shifu, and I still plan to. It's going to be called Shifu Structure, Confucianism, and Kung Fu Panda. I'm still going to go through with that. But people were pointing out this was cool. They'd like to see me address more movies. Some said that I should address more adult films. Some said I should address more kids' films. And I thought about it. If y'all really do like my philosophy videos and my analysis of philosophy videos, well, I want to do more of them because I love history, I love writing, but I also love philosophy. I love discussing philosophy, theology, theory. I love having debates and discussions about this topic. So I thought, yeah, let's do more of that. And I've already got 2 lined up. I had a request to look at the Prince of Egypt. So I'm going to be doing a video in the future called The Wonders of God, the Biblical Analysis of the Prince of Egypt, which is a DreamWorks movie. It's one of my favorite DreamWorks movies, if not my favorite. It is the story of Moses, although a little dramatized, and I think it's done very, very well. But it has some biblical inaccuracies in it, which I'd like to take a look at, but I'd also like to discuss the biblical points that are taught through Moses' story. In fact, I think it's very interesting. You can look at the Prince of Egypt, despite its many historical and biblical inaccuracies, and still find some very good biblical theories, theology studies, and philosophies found within it, and I'd like to do a full video discussing that. I don't know when it'll be done. I've got to rewatch the movie a few times and take some notes, but it'll take some time. The other thing I want to talk about is Hakuna Matata. Many people are familiar with The Lion King, and many people are familiar with Hakuna Matata, the famous song and philosophy from The Lion King. And yeah, everyone knows what it means. It means to put your past behind you. But what is it really? I think that the Hakuna Matata philosophy is something being brought up a lot in today's day and age outside of the movie and among the youth of today. And I want to talk about what that philosophy is and why it could be dangerous. I'm calling it the Hakuna Matata, the philosophy of apathy. Now, don't worry, I'm going to change the title for one thing, because that's a weak title, but I know I can do better. But it's not coming out anytime soon. I got to make sure that I've got all my stuff together. It takes time for me to do research, and sometimes that means waiting. But don't worry, guys, I am working on it. It's going to be awesome. I really look forward to talking about that. So those are just 3 philosophy videos I'm working on right now. But I can't give you timetables on anything because of the more personal stuff. I like to tell you about what I'm working on, but I also like to tell you some personal things too. And here's the personal. I've been a little depressed lately. Lots of things have been happening very fast in my life, and it's not stuff that I can't handle. It's just stuff that's heavy to handle. Work is very busy, very hectic. We've lost a lot of servers lately, and when you lose a lot of servers in the restaurant industry, that means the other servers have to pick up the slack for them. And that means my schedule is very, very busy. Even though I don't technically close the restaurant, I end up leaving way past closing most of the time. And that can be very stressful, especially when during the day I'm spending my time doing research for videos or working on videos or recording for videos. Then there's the fact that when I am not working during the day, all my friends and family who I would usually associate with are at work themselves or at school themselves or busy themselves, so I don't have a lot of people I can talk to and associate with throughout the day, so it becomes very lonely. And that's hard. I used to find solace in writing, but I've been working so much on the YouTube channel that I haven't really gotten the chance to really write and continue any of my stories. And I'm not blaming any of y'all. I'm not blaming the YouTube channel. I'm not blaming any of it. It was my choice to make this channel, and I stand by it. I'm very happy to be doing this channel, and I'm happy to be working on it. But I miss writing. And so I think after the pirate hero craze goes down, after I release the hero analysis for that, or at a certain point, I'm probably going to take a brief break, probably a maybe 2-week break from YouTube just to do some writing, dive back into what I love, dive back into story creating. I'll still pop onto Discord or YouTube once in a while to answer questions and just chat with you guys, obviously. I'm not like leaving or anything, but you may see a break in content for a little bit just for me to, recharge and do what I love again. We'll see how that works, but just letting you know that that's happening. And also, speaking of writing, some people have asked about the Halo story that I'm writing. Yes, I'm working on a Halo story. And you're wondering if I'm going to share that on the YouTube channel. I haven't decided if I will yet. I might, but I haven't decided if I will. I know that Halo is a very popular franchise, and I know that when I released that Naja video, it stepped on a few people's toes. I got at least 2 or 3 comments saying, "You are aware that Primarchs are all male, right? Making a female Primarch is false." Yeah, newsflash, I knew that, but I was having fun. That's part of what it is. It's not canon. It's just a lot of fun. I'm never going to publish this story. I'm never going to release it and say, hey, look at this. And it's just for fun. It's just me being creative. But other people seem to like it. I hope y'all liked it. I hope you like Naja's story, but I'm digressing. In any case, I'm not sure if I want to share the Halo story yet, because I know that there are going to be plenty of people who go, actually, this contradicts the Halo lore in several ways, and I just don't know if I want to deal with that. But I will think about it, and if y'all do want me to share it on this channel, let me know in the comment section down below. Frankly, my Troy and Frost story and my Death Diary story don't get a lot of traction on the channel, so I don't know if I want to share too many more of my stories if it's just not going to get a lot of attention. But we'll see, and I'll let y'all help me decide that. But anyway, we're about done, so let's wrap all this up. Got a few announcements to make, and then we're done. First, story sharing time. Love story sharing time. One of my favorite things. So let's talk about another one of my stories. This one was a story that I began with a lot of hope, but really it kind of just petered out. Mostly because, for one thing, it was a story I started with my friend Mika at the time, and she was very gung-ho about it until we lost contact, and I lost interest in the story in a big way because no one was really helping encourage me or inspire me to work on it. It's a story called Wishful Thinking. Now, wishful thinking, y'all know the story. Y'all know the whole genie thing, right? Like from Aladdin, you rub a lamp or pop open a bottle, a genie pops out and grants you 3 wishes. Well, I thought, what if we took that to another extreme? What if instead of just having a genie who granted you 3 wishes, what if you had a genie who acted almost like what a stand does in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or JoJo's Bizarre Circus? I forget which one the stands are in. They're probably in all of them, and I just don't watch the anime, so I don't know. But basically, this genie acts as a power booster or a warrior for you. They basically grant you power. In an exchange, you grant them energy. It's kind of like that anime, Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, the way they treated genies in that, or djinns, as they call them, in that. Very similar. In this story, it's about a young man who finds a bottle, pops it open, and discovers a djinn inside named Amber, a djinn who specializes in fire magic. And she wants to work with him and form a contract with him, to help protect him and also to help him get what he wants, to help him achieve his destiny. And he agrees to it, but what he doesn't realize is that he has a larger destiny than he realizes, and Amber has a few secrets of her own, like certain djinns that she's familiar with that they come in contact with, and realizes that he's getting wrapped up into a war that he never knew about. Very similar to the Fate series, the more I think about it. I'm starting to realize that this was very heavy anime connected, but maybe that's why I lost interest, because it felt too ripped from other sources. But I always loved the character of Amber, so there is that. But anyway, if that at all interests you, it is available on my DeviantArt account, and I hope that you're interested enough to go check it out. If not, no worries. It was just one that I thought about sharing. Also, another big announcement. The Tiandi contest begins this week. I'm going to repeat that. The Tiandi contest begins this week. Now, I know some of you are wondering, how do I enter the Tiandi contest? How do I enter the Tiandi fashion contest? It's simple. Pick one of your Tiandi builds. It can be any one you want, but probably should be the one you feel has the best drip. Then what you do is you take a picture of the front and back of your Tiandi. You can do this through screenshot or however means you want. Take a front and back picture of your Tiandi. Give your Tiandi a name. I would really prefer a name so that I know what to call them when I announce winners. And then go to my Discord. You will go to my Discord server. The link will be in the description. And you will find a channel called Tiandi Contest Submissions. Click on that and paste the name of your Tiandi and the front and back picture. And that's all you have to do. You can post a backstory if you want. You can post information about what armor and colors you chose if you want. But I can guarantee you posting that stuff will not sway my decision. I will only be judging based on the contest entries. Now, the rules are simple. When you submit, that's all you have to do, name, front and back picture. Once we reach 50 entries, my brother is going to take a look at those 50 entries and start knocking out ones that he doesn't like or doesn't feel need to make it to the end goal. Once he reaches 15, he will then pass it over to me, and I will judge the final 15, and we will get to a top 3. Once we get to the top 3, I will feature those top 3 in an update video once those top 3 have been determined. So, I will announce to you in my next update video, or whenever the update video is that we reach that 50 number, and I will tell you that the contest is now closed and we've begun judging. Please get them in soon, guys, because the sooner you get them in, the more likely your Tiandi will be judged. Again, the Tiandi contest begins this week. Okay? And before we close, I would be remiss if I did not thank my loyal patrons, Runjes Rasmussen, Logan Holt, and Narser Kelborn. Thank the three of you for being my patrons and helping me to continue to do what I do. For those of you who are not patrons, I would highly recommend going to my Patreon and becoming a patron. Any little donation helps. And don't forget to check out the Teespring store, where you can purchase some merchandise. A new line of merchandise is coming soon. What could it be? Or who knows? You might find out. Next update video could be something big. Could be. You never know. And for those of you who are not interested in that kind of stuff, don't really want to donate, well, you break my heart, but you can still help out the channel by watching the ads when they come up, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, getting your friends and family to subscribe, because any kind of help in that regard will help me out in the future financially. And don't forget to comment and like the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video and on the stream for the Pirate Hero. Looking forward to that on Thursday. Take care, guys.